Hey guys, Darren Southam here, writer and director of Reign of Judges, Title of Liberty. Doing a quick live video in the last little bit of light here on Friday. Wanted to give you a little update behind the curtains of a crowdfund campaign like ours, and kind of the stuff that goes on in the background, and give you a little insight on that, so you know what's going on. First of all, this is your movement, you guys. Myself and the other producers, we're just tremendously grateful to be stewarding this movement, because you guys are the ones that have made all this happen, from the very first Kickstarter to our second Kickstarter to now, today. You guys are the ones who've made this. We wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for you. So again, I can't thank you enough, and we're just so grateful to be a part of it, and all the people and investors we're talking to, and everyone's so excited. We just posted the link to volunteer, and that link here is in the description of this video. We've had tons of people volunteer, and they're all just so excited. The gal we have over the project, she's just like, oh my gosh, she's just loving being a part of it, so managing it. And we're loving the comments you guys are making. So anyway, sign up as a volunteer. But a couple things. Facebook. I want to talk a little bit about Facebook. Facebook is what has become the new public square. And this is a big deal because Facebook is an unlevel playground. And in many ways, it's an anti-American unlevel playground. And this used to be, you know, people would say this and be like, oh, that's not really happening. It actually is happening. It's proven that it's happening. And they're changing. You've heard of what an algorithm is. An algorithm is basically like a computer set of rules that they write that will determine which content you see. Everything you see on Facebook is because Facebook wants you to see it or doesn't want you to see it. And there's really no check and balance. There's no regulation there. Facebook itself is the sole unilateral determiner, arbiter of what goes into that algorithm and who sees what on Facebook. On that mark, this is also confirmed by our marketing team. We talk to them all the time about the algorithms changing constantly, and in many ways not for the better. It's becoming harder and harder for us to reach our fans. We have over 35,000 people following this page. And a lot of people say, well, how come this isn't funded by now? When we make a post, if we don't spend a lot of money behind that post, 1 to 3% of our audience, 1 to 3% of 35,000 people will see it. So it's a big problem. It costs a lot of money to market. And again, our marketing team, we're not their only client, they see this with everyone. They're like, it's nuts right now. The algorithm's constantly changing. About a year ago, it had a complete reface of the algorithm. And we saw our costs go through the roof as far as like getting the word out. That's the hardest thing about this. A lot of people think, well, wait, just make a viral video that'll be seen by millions of people, and it'll go viral, and we won't need money to market it. Those days are over. I hope you understand that. Me and the producers on the back end of this of this fundraise. We know more than most, anyone who's not on the back end, because we see exactly what's happening. Those days are over where you can just make a viral video and not spend any money, and all of a sudden, you've raised millions of dollars. That just doesn't happen. And if you have any questions about that, ask any person that does Facebook marketing, and they'll confirm. I know some of the people behind some of the largest viral videos in history on YouTube, and they tell me that those videos can't happen today. Anyway, look on YouTube, some of the most viral videos, they're like 4 to 5 years old. Anyway, so I just want to tell you, we're working within the parameters that we have, but a lot of people constantly, even just this week, I got a comment, hey, I know you probably don't need me to tell you this, but this whole campaign just needs more exposure. I'm like laughing, because it's like, yeah, no crud, man. Yeah, it needs more exposure. That's the biggest thing we have, is getting the word out. It's so hard and it's expensive. So when we first launched on Kickstarter, I had the first Kickstarter, I had a Kickstarter pro guy who like never misses, right? He's like, what you're gonna do, I just can't help you because you need way more time. I would need 3 to 5 months to get ready for this campaign. We launched anyway, no safety net. Became the third highest funded short film on Kickstarter in 2017. That was a miracle. It was a God-given miracle. We worked hard. Oh my goodness. I had so many all-nighters to make that happen. But one Kickstarter guy told us it wasn't possible. The next Kickstarter campaign we did, I was, we were going to work with another guy, and he said, I need 3, he said the same thing, I need 3 months to get ready for this campaign. Guess what? We didn't have 3 months, so we just launched. And guess what? We raised $271,000 second time. You guys did that. So again, another miracle because we all came together. So my point is, and all of these campaigns, they say you cannot rely on, everybody's like, well, let's just get into the news. We'll get in a newspaper and get some free coverage. Just so you know, if you're ever going to do your own Kickstarter, any Kickstarter pro will tell you, you don't rely on that. It basically, Facebook is the largest, you want to know the behind the scenes? Facebook is the largest referrer to crowdfunding campaigns, period, end of story, done. And Facebook has become so expensive and challenging to work through their algorithms. They block everything. Just so you know, our last videos that we've released, they block everything we do. Our last video was 15 seconds, and they blocked it. They blocked it because it had images that were supposedly violent. Like it was 15 seconds long, and nothing we have released is worse than rated G. Like, period. But they block it. And so we're working around every time we do it, they block it. I've had to give my marketing guys so I'm just giving you some behind the scenes. Maybe you want to know, maybe you don't. But it should be insightful, just so you kind of know what's going on behind the scenes. Recent crowdfunding campaign for film, one of the largest in history. And not just that one, but there have been recent campaigns. There was just another one on Kickstarter that raised over almost $11 million in 45 days on Kickstarter. And so they've broken records too. I know for a fact to raise that much money on a crowdfund, it costs well over $1 million. Even if you're a well-known campaign, even if you're previously known, like the Mystery Science Theater on Kickstarter. That costs a lot of money, and a lot of people think, well, geez, they think that you just raise money and it doesn't cost any money. It costs a lot of money to raise money. So that's basically where we're at, and that brings me to one of my final points here. And I apologize, the video is a little long. I've got some notes here, but donation versus investment. We take both. When you donate, you're giving us critical funds that are the lifeblood of this movement, of this crowdfund. Efforts, because the donations and product sales from our website, anyone who buys the concept and so forth or watches it online, those are the only funds we can spend. Those are critical because we can't spend the investment funds. And there have been some people think, wow, we've raised millions of dollars, so you're doing great. Guess what? We can't touch any of those investment funds until we reach at least 20 million. So the only funds we can spend, so we're on this much lower operating budget that we have. So your donations are so critical, and they're helping a ton. So donation versus investment. Investment is via subscription agreement. If you're an accredited investor, you can invest in the film. We don't touch those funds until we reach the minimum at which we know we can make a movie. And our goal, of course, is 40 million, but the minimum is 20. On a donation, that's money that we can spend right away, and there's no regulation as far as how much you can donate. We've had probably the largest donation was $70,000, and the lowest has been $1. So we just got a $10,000 donation about 2 months ago, and I mean anyway. So you guys are just amazing. I just want to tell you that, and. One thing unique, about this film, the message of this film is much like the message of America and freedom, and that I saw her an interesting phrase this last week. Freedoms in America, our freedoms in America, when you're living in America, they're not optional. Did it ever cross your mind that somebody might deny their own freedom? Just so interesting. But that's exactly what our film is gonna talk about, with Captain Moroni and his nemesis Amalickiah, who sought to overthrow their republic, and he convinced almost half their population to deny their own freedom. That's our film is going to be about this. So it could not be more timely. And the last thing, so this is like, what can you do to help? What can you do to help? Share this movement prayerfully. Prayerfully consider who you can share this movement with. Make a list, do a spreadsheet, do a Google Sheet. Write down all the people that you'd like to share it with, or share it with everyone you know on your text feed. Specifically, share it in email or text message or private message. Those are the only ways that you know they'll see it. If you just post it on your Facebook wall, probably less than 5% of your friends will even see it. That's why when you post on your Facebook wall, you get hardly any likes. It's the algorithm on Facebook. It's weird. I don't get it. I don't understand it. But we do know that it unilaterally suppresses content that they don't like. That's a proven fact now. And it's scary because Facebook pretty much rules the internet right now. And Google, there was an article in, was it New York Times? I can't remember which one it was. It was talking about big tech censorship. This will be huge next year when no one wants to talk about the 2020 presidential election in America. It's going to be even huger then. Okay, huger, is that even a word? Okay, so share, email, text, private message. That costs nothing but your time. And so it means more to us than anything. And anytime you share it with somebody and they come, that's just marketing money that we save trying to get it out, because we have to spend money to get it in front of people. That's just how it goes. And when you share, that helps us all the more. Second thing you do, join our email list. Join our email list. There's a link in the description of this video. Click there, join our email list, and open the emails when we send them. We send maybe once a month, sometimes on a busy month, twice a month. We're not that annoying email people that send you like 50 million emails a week. Once a month, usually. And usually we have something to tell you when we share it. So join our email list. That's to make sure that you'll see what we send, and open them when you get them. Last thing, volunteer. There's a link in this description. We have a volunteer opportunity right now on a special mission that our awesome helper, Krista Rasmussen, is helping us with. And so she will be contacting you when you sign up. We've had lots of people sign up already. Go sign up. And if we can't use you for this one, we'll use it on something else. So anyway, you guys, awesome Friday. The light's almost gone. Have a great Friday, and I'm going to see Avengers Endgame right now with my wife, so I will not spoil it for you. Have a great weekend. Watch our concept film online instantly, or buy the Blu-ray DVD, even better quality and 5.1 surround. Love you guys. Keep sharing. It's going to happen.